My name is Brant Rosen, and I'm the Midwest Regional Director for the American Friends Service Committee, and I'm also a rabbi and have a congregation in Chicago, Tzedek, Chicago, which is it's a new congregation, about 4 years old, and founded on core values of social justice, and that's how I spend my time. Israel was founded in the wake of the Holocaust, and I think all people should be vigilant about making sure that these kinds of genocides never occur, ever, to Jews or anybody else. The way toward real security for all peoples who are being threatened because of who they are is through solidarity. It's through peoples finding common cause with one another and standing up against white supremacists and powers that seek to shore up their power by oppressing minorities in their midst. Whether it's in this country or anywhere in the world, that when you have governments and you have power, there's usually very powerful individuals who benefit from that power and seek to shore it up. And often a time-honored tactic for doing that is by scapegoating minorities that are in their midst and blaming them for the problems, particularly in times of economic upheaval. I think we see that scapegoating of minorities and oppression of minorities occurs during times of economic insecurity. We saw that as a precursor to World War II, and I think we're seeing that the rise of far-right neo-fascist, neo-Nazi movements around the world. I'm not in any way trying to compare, as a complete parallel between now and prior to World War II, but I think in general we can see that in times of economic insecurity, governments, these kinds of totalitarian style governments tend to become emboldened, and it's often at the expense of vulnerable minorities in their midst. We certainly see that in this country, in the Trump moment. If you look at the civil rights movement, if you look at women's suffrage, if you look at any number of political advances in this country, it was always not because of politicians, but in spite of them. And so I would say that it's no different today, that if people are looking to become part of the solution to injustice, there are any number of popular movements that are springing up around the country and around the world that I think it would do well for us to become a part of, to learn about and become active in.